Hi guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and today I'm going to talk about 5 authors, new to me authors, that I want to make sure I read in 2024. First up is Willow Astor. I met her in May at Wild and Windy in the city when I was at the book signing in Chicago, and I had this book and I was planning on reading it because I knew she was going to be at the signing and I've always wanted to try her books. I have started it. The bookmark really isn't that far. I got 40 pages in and I don't know why I stopped. Life probably got in the way, or then I met her, the sign was over, and Book Bonanza was coming up. I might have moved on to trying to read some of those books. I don't know, but I am about 40 pages in, and there is this girl, don't remember their names, gonna have to refresh my memory because it was all the way back in May. And there's this girl who meets this guy at this place. I think it may be a wedding, and they don't really hit it off when they first meet, and she's an interior designer, and then it turns up the job that she gets that her bosses tell her she has to fly to because it's going to be really good money, really good for their business. It is the guy that she just met, and she doesn't want to go. She wants someone else to go, if I'm remembering correctly, but hey, she goes. That's where I left off, and I need to continue this. Like I said, I enjoyed the first 40 pages or so that I read. I just need to dive back in. Another book that I started that I never finished is Anastasia by Sophie Lark. I got about 100 pages in. It was like 97 or something. I even have a little tab there. I think I was going to try to annotate this. And yeah, this is based off of, I think, the Anastasia, like the actual story. And I started it. I never finished it. I don't know why. My guess is, if I am remembering correctly, she was going to be at a signing I was going to be at, and then I was going to try to read this really big chunk of a book, and then I think she couldn't make it to the signing anymore, so I invested time in some books for some authors that were going to be there. I believe that is what happened. Nothing wrong with the first 100 pages that I was reading. I just stopped. I got to read this. I've heard so many good things about Sophie, and I have met her before, and she was just really nice, and I've heard great things about her, so I really want to finish one of her books. I have Callie Melly, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, I'm not sure. This is a hockey book, and I found it because I am going to Wild and Windy in Chicago in 2024, and I just liked looking at the list of new to me authors, and I was happy that I found another author who writes hockey, and I just really loved this cover too. It's quite gorgeous, and hockey romance, like sports romance, is my favorite genre trope to read, and hockey is my favorite out of all the sports. So I'm excited to dive into this and see what happens in her hockey world, because I know there's a lot of books to this series, and I'm excited to give this author a try. Then we have Penelope Douglas, and I have, I think, 3 books by her. One I was so happy when I found at Half Price Books, and then this one along with another one my mom found for 50 cents a piece at the rummage sale. So can't go wrong there. I, again, heard good things about this author, and I've always been intrigued by her writing, like what I have heard about it. So I finally want to, well, hopefully I can finally give her a try. Lastly, I have H.D. Carlton, and these books have really been hyped up this last year. In my opinion, they have. I've seen Haunting Adeline, and is it Hunting Adeline, the second one, circulating round and round. I was very happy I found this book along with the second one at Half Price Books. She was at Book Bonanza, and I didn't go in her line, but her line was insane. very popular author at Book Bonanza this year, and I've just heard different things about this. I believe it's the Cat and Mouse duet, and it's a little dark and interesting stuff going on in here, and it really intrigued me, so I definitely want to give this a try. Those are just 5 new to be authors that I want to try. There is a lot more. Those are just some authors that are higher up on my list. If you have read any of these books, let me know down below which one you should think I dive into first, and tell me if there's any authors out there that you think I should give a try. Bye!